iPeople is pleased to present 40 Days 40 Fintechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, as it continues to lead the way in advocacy for the creation and dissemination of technology that enables financial inclusivity. The 40 Days 40 Fintechs is shining a spotlight on those that are breaking down digital barriers and bringing millions more on the continent into the transactional space and transforming their lives for the better.
My name is Oscar Fombi, and I'm the founder and CEO of Insure Small Small. And what Insure Small Small is a microinsurance strategy for the forgotten consumer. The forgotten consumer comes from an environment where traditional insurance have produced products and distributed them in the same way, and that has created the forgotten consumer. This forgotten consumer has been neglected within the distribution and product activities. When you look at COVID-19, the pandemic has created economic shocks. These economic shocks have created an environment where a number of people cannot access life-producing activities. And when you look at healthcare, this has become quite expensive. And hence the need for the product called health insurance. And we have done it on a micro level so that we can support that forgotten consumer. We're talking your typical border person, we're talking your typical member of a circle, we're talking your typical people that have not been covered by medical insurance. Our target audience is the person that is in need of medical insurance. We're focused now on only malaria and typhoid, specifically because when you look at malaria, statistically 10 million Ugandans are affected by malaria, and 23% of the outpatient department visits are because of malaria. What that entails is that these category of people are available to be able to provide a product for, and that's exactly what we are focused on. So we are focused on those individuals that have a medical history with malaria and typhoid. That's what we are focused on. Insure Small Small is an InsureTech platform. What we have done with USSD is at one dials star 284 star 89 hash and is able to do self-registration. And once you do self-registration, they have a waiting period of 7+1 day. After that, they are able to, if they feel sick, they are able to make and file a claim. Now, the same USSD code is used by our partners, who are the pharmacy and the clinics, to verify that particular customer and dispense the medication that is needed. And so all of this is done seamlessly, and payments are done through mobile money, increasing the reach of the people that have not been covered by medical insurance in the past. By using USSD, what we've been able to build is access from smartphones to feature phones, so that everybody else that is in need of our service is able to access it. Today you look at mobile money, it's all available through a USSD. And this is the target customer that we're dealing with. And so the best practice that we have put in is to use a technology that is the users are familiar with and that they are able to access. Because one is able to dial star 284 star 89 hash and get access to self-registration, make a claim, and actually pay using mobile money. The insurance penetration is low, not because of any other challenge. And we have seen that a number of activities have been undertaken by the industry players and the regulator especially to drive this financial inclusion and increase the insurance penetration. For example, reforms around microinsurance, reforms around the risk-based supervision, all these help, and we're equally beneficial. As Insure Small Small, we're beneficiaries of these reforms in the insurance sector, and we would wish to commend the Insurance Regulatory Authority for these activities that they are doing, and we are confident that these reforms will enable the insurance penetration to grow. I think one of the biggest challenges we have is access to strategic partnerships. In the industry, we have a few local insurance companies and we have a number of multinationals. Getting anything out of the multinationals is a very tiring process. And so you cannot get access to a lot of the things that you would need in terms of helping you build a business. The next we have is the insurance structure. The way insurance is structured is that you need an underwriter and then you need a reinsurer. Many of the reinsurers that we have are extremely conservative and they are not attuned to what the innovation would enable. So they are a bit slow on this front and it makes it quite difficult and creating challenges. Then we equally have the regulatory landscape, which demands that you increase on capital. When you look at the current structure of the risk-based supervision, you are demanded to put capital to cover the risk that you are taking on. What that causes is that you must cover a bigger portion of whatever risks that you are undertaking. This requires deep pockets, and it's already having a ripple effect within the insurance industry because many of them have been required to recapitalize to be able to meet this best system that has been discovered to be a more efficient way of doing business. The fintech industry, as it is still young and vibrant. We see a lot of opportunities. The 40 Days 40 Fintech program is a very encouraging initiative, and we commend it greatly. There's a saying that says, if you want to go near, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. What we see with the 40 Day 40 Fintech program is that it has built a fintech ecosystem. Now, this ecosystem is a rich gold mine for networking. It's a rich gold mine to enable us as fintechs build activities around each other. Because when we discover that there is another fintech that is doing something that we have been trying to crack over maybe a period of time, being able to network with them and getting their solution within our ecosystem builds better resilience and will enable us now spur a lot faster and do the things that we need to do. For example, if there's one component that we would have liked to build in-house, but we discover through this program that somebody else has actually built it, why do we rebuild it? Can we find a way of working with that partner and have that component built within the system that we have done? And that reminds me of the modular loop concept, where there is an open API arrangement where the things that need to be done are available within an ecosystem. So the 40 Day 40 Fintech, in my opinion, is, I think, the best thing that has happened within this ecosystem, and we look forward to participating and helping build this ecosystem. One can access the Insure Small products by dialing *284 *89#, and you can find more information at our website, which is www.insuresmall.com.
40 Days 40 Fintechs is presented in proud partnership with Crossleg Technologies, Modusbox, Modular Foundation, and Level 1 Projects.